Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you back to the library of Ruina, where today, more bosses. What are we going to say? We've got Hod, who's going to be fighting Greta. We're ready. We have a team filled with bleed and smoke, because when you got 1,000 HP, you kind of need bleed and smoke to be able to be dealt with. Hello, Greta. Nice to meet you. You're endured versus everything. It's a good thing we have that smoke. You're also pretty slow, which is good to see. I can't wait to figure out what resilience does. Is resilience just how many hits you can take before you start getting something? But we can easily inflict bleed on you, mostly because we've got Don Han, Grade 1 Fixer. You can't get staggered, but when you do, you lose 100 HP. HP does not go below 30%. If HP drops to 40% or lower, proceeds to the next phase. Right. Mealtime is what I'm really scared about. So, let's just have a go and see what you're like then, shall we? I'm picking up a quirky smell here. It's the scent of a nice sauce.
Greetings, I'm Hod, the patron librarian in charge of this floor.
Patron librarian? Are you one of the chefs here?
This isn't a restaurant or anything, but I guess it's an equivalent if I had to make a comparison.
Name's Greta. I got an order from our conductor.
Greta, your skin is white like a pearl, just as your name suggests. I heard what happened to your former colleagues. The 8 chefs have disbanded.
Oh, you're talking about those cretins? They were a bunch of morons. They declared that they got sick of ordinary cuisine and started cooking their own bodies.
Their own bodies?
Cooking, tasting, rating it, making notes. Then back to preparing another part for cooking. They kept going until their teeth and tongues were all that's left. Ain't it sad? They got the teeth to chew the dishes, but their digestive tracts were boiled in a stew. They had the tongues to taste the dishes, but their brains turned into steaks.
I'm sorry to hear that you were the only survivor.
It's no biggie. If they were satisfied, who am I to mourn them? Ugh. How you cook doesn't matter, so long as the end result is a treat. Nobody gives a rat's buttered buns about what ingredients are in their food. It's the taste that matters.
It may not be easy to remember an ingredient's name, but its taste would leave a strong impression that's hard to forget.
I can't with the snobs who are picky about ingredients. A lot of them are too inflexible. Ah, so you are one of them!
I understand that there can be an endless debate about the issue. If we kept arguing about what we can and can't eat, we might as well reach the conclusion that we should refrain from consuming anything. Still, I don't think I can be at peace with the idea of eating my fellow human being.
Why think of them as the same kind as you? You get wind of something savory, and you find it, and eat it. What more is there to think about? The smell in the air tells me that there's a fresh ingredient out there. How could a predator ignore the scent of blood in the ocean current? But let me tell you, sister, ingredients these days are too filthy or frail. Delicious ones are hard to come by nowadays. Nowatimes.
What do you mean by that?
I'm being literal. There's more than enough food for everyone to feast on, but people always feel that there's not enough, because some of them like their meals luxurious. When somebody who can live with 3 meals a day decides to take 4, someone else is left with 2. Then the poor sods who only get 2 meals a day fight over what little food they've got left to sate their hunger. If you lose that competition, you live the life of a rat feeding on scraps. The ingredients we get today are either greasy fatzos who ate too much or skinny twigs with barely any meat. Neither are any good. Now the filthy flavor is seeping into the dishes we cook. Our conductor will be the one to fix that. He'll take me to a world where there are pure and clean ingredients aplenty. That day can't come soon enough. I've been filling my stomach with trash for too long.
Pure and untainted people. I guess neither of us, or anyone in the city, could say that they've done the right thing. We just followed our hearts. And that's why I'll do my best to stop you here.
I wonder what sauce will go well with this display. Want a little taste test? Ha 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 ha! Ha ha ha! Is it time to prep the ingredients?
Miss Hard, are you going to be alright? I'm worried about the other floors. Will they be fine? Which floors? Because most of them have been fine, especially Gabara. Just how many mouths does she have? We have ourselves to worry about. I've learnt a lot of things from watching you all.
And you start in piercing stance on. Good on you, lady! Resilience can prevent 20 incidences of status ailments being applied. A stack of this is lost whenever a status ailment is blocked by this. Resilience can be further reduced by winning clashes against certain combat pages. Okay. So you inflict as much as us. We need to deal as much bleeding to you as is actually possible. And in addition, we basically want to defeat these particular things as well. What is that? 5 to 8, and you're 6 to 10. Alright. These fresh meats don't seem to be doing anything, so let's just leave it at this and see how things go. Nice! I wasn't actually expecting you to win that initial clash. Glorious. Glorious. Awesome. Awesome. Inflict all those status ailments. Let's do this, guys. Okay. You've got 6 resilience left. That's not too much, really. And you're doing the exact same as last time. Interesting. You've got 3 paralysis, and so do you. Okay, guys. Let's see how this is going to do. Alright. Nice. Nice. Expected. Awesome. No bonus strength for you, Nixine. That is unfortunate. I was kind of hoping you would actually maybe succeed that one. Okay. What did Cocoon do? On a successful attack roll, if the rolled maximum is maximum, inflict paralysis, bind, and fragile. You know what? I think I'll take that. And I'm gonna take it on you. Right, what have you got? You seem to be completely laying into the meat. You'll be my next ingredient. When targeted by Greta, Greta recovers 8 HP whenever her attack hits this target. Alright. Fair enough. So what can I do about that? How many counter dice do you have? 2. Big block and that. Okay. Alright. Let's see how this goes. We're redirecting, crap, a lot of the attacks. I'm surprised that did so bad. I'm really happy that did so good. Okay. Glorious. What's surprise gift do again? I think I'll take social distancing on the purple tier, thank you. Why are you full-blown attacking him again? Huh. Interesting. You've got 2 counter dice this time. You, I'm tempted to say nothing, so you can do Will of the City next turn. Then again, if you actually just attack, or clash with something, you will also... Okay, guys. Let's see how this does. I feel we want to keep this fresh meat alive as long as possible. You know? Good. Amazing. Well done. Nice. Awesome. Awesome. Not so good, but you make up for it. Right, the meat is now staggered. Is Greta still attacking the meat? No, Greta is now attacking a different meat. And is going to kill it. Given the fact that Greta is going to kill it, do I want to focus on actually attacking Greta or intercepting Greta? Or do I want to just attack her? Because that meat is dead. Then again, if I avoid her, you know, beating these things up, then I get... I don't need to worry about the last attack, because you're just gonna eat it. Eat the damn thing. The rest of the attacks, however, there is an argument to be made. I'm pretty sure you are soon going to cure your... or you're nearing the round 5 mark. So there's not entirely much point to us, you know, what am I calling it? Trying to cause you bleeding. So we might be better off doing things to just help us along. Earn us, give us a build-up. You know? And there's no point to us in deflecting that, because, yeah. Alright, guys. Go. Crap. Fine. Crap. Unfortunate that you didn't get the extra attack. Eugen apparently seems to be proving herself a little in this. Okay. Mealtime. Staggered ally. No point. Shyness. Kinda bad. Alertness. I can work with alertness. And you know what? I think I'll give it to Eugen again. Ah! Sanguine desire. Yes, please. I knew you would purge yourself this round. I knew it. Oh, that sucks. So I can't cook 'em. So I can't cook 'em on the spot. Alright, you're getting attacked by that, which is fine. You can also serpentine barrier that. Then frankly, you can probably smoking pipe that. The moment Hard levels up, she's switching back to Whatchamacallit mode. I love how we got 2 people at rank 4 and then 3 people at rank 2. Okay, guys. Bleed the goddamn shark to hell, please. Glorious. Too bad. Magnificent. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Awesome. Crap. Nice. 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 Make her take all that stagger damage. You didn't get staggered somehow, Mr. T-Man, which I am exceptionally impressed about. Right. Right. She has 24 bleed on her. And basically no protection. Okay, guys, let's see how effective and wasted this particular set of moves actually winds up being, shall we? Nice. Unfortunate. Awesome. Slice. Perfect. I'm impressed you lost that many. Right. Okay. You are almost below 40% HP. Meaning, I probably want to get you and you staggered this next round, so that when they're on their next round, it's not so bad. That's useless, they can't get staggered. They lose light, that's kinda useless. Small gift, probably the best. Let me guess, someone's getting targeted. Yep. Right. That particular meat has full HP as well. So, they have a few counter dice, which we most certainly can just deal with. It doesn't say you lose all your bleed when you head to the next round, but I think it's a very safe assumption to assume that you do. Okay, guys. Go! Nice. Nice. Unfortunate, but not too bad. Are you going to get staggered to reduce you to that HP threshold, I suppose, is going to be the big question. And if you are, how annoying is that? Okay. I thought you might kill all the meat. Cancel this character's turn and turn them into fresh meat. Mr. T-Man, I am so sorry, but your sacrifice is not in vain. As for Eugen, though, Eugen is taking out as many things as she can. The fact he's got 38 bleed and is doing all of these singular attacks is really good for us. I've also just realized you can intercept an attack I don't want to deal with. Namely, big tenderizer attack that does an awful lot of damage. Yeah. Because if you're getting put into the sack, which I'm going to assume, yes, it turns you into fresh meat, which we just had tons of, so we know it kills you. And that might also, quite frankly, give us an extra... whatchamacallit. Either way, good, go, everyone. Lots of bleed you just took. Even more bleed. Someone is now fresh meat. While also bleeding to Christing hell and back. Nice, that was a max attack. Slice. Slice. I'm surprised you managed to save one of those. Okay. Captured librarian. If this character's HP reaches 0, the librarian dies. Only takes stagger damage from librarian. When staggered, the librarian is freed. Next scene, losing some HP and stagger resist. Well, I think I'm better off basically just focusing down the goddamn woman. Now, at this point, I don't know, I just get the sense that she is royally fucked, given how much, damage we are dishing out now. Especially if I do Sanguine Desire. In fact, by doing Sanguine Desire, I don't even need to do anything else, because you just take that much bleeding damage. I feel like letting you kill yourself at this point. You know what? Screw it! Buttercup, you're doing Sanguine Desire, while Mr. T-Man right here is getting absolutely goddamn butcherized. But that is fine, because this thing here is going to murder herself. Probably not as well as I think she will, and I'm going to do the attacks anyway. Alright, guys. Win this for me, will you? Well, I've met a real delicacy here. Well done. Well done. Well, for our next round, we're now up to the floors which I have not prepared, and are likely going to be absolutely garbage. So, we're going to start off with Binna versus what was your name again? Elena, and the Verminion Cross. Which is the thing I'm actually scared of. Because you are very minor, really, apart from your mass attack, but... that thing has got Rampaging Strike, which is kind of bad. So, guys, what do we have? We got a Maxium, because I'm not playing by the rules of non-swapping cards. We've got Boris, who is going to hopefully get a, Big Bird. And we've got a Hannah as a rush job. And finally, we got the Bamboo-Hatted Kim, because I pretty much see his counter dice as the only counter to Rampager's Strike. Let's go!
This place feels like a whole nother world. I bid you welcome, unfamiliar child. Ah, you can skip the introductions. I have heard enough about your kind and what you do here. The power to manifest a physical space. I'd almost believe it if someone said this was a singularity. A space full of stars, like the ones shining over the city, huh? I would like to hear what you think of the stars. They say stars are like a compass on the sky that gives guidance to people. I mean, that is extremely true. In that case, then are the stars of the city guiding lights dictating where the city should go? Or are they representations of the city itself? Are these stars shining over the city, or is the city reflected in them? Does that matter? They're forced interpretations attached to them either way. To me, a star is nothing more than a dot in the sky, on the sky. And they give off a forbidding impression that like they're looking down upon us from the highest post. That's what a star means to you, I see. Many alluring tales are told of stars, but when you observe one up close, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Isn't that what a star is? I have no interest in such pathetic things. I didn't rise to a star because I wanted to. Perhaps most beings who have become stars did so simply by following their wants, much like you did. You're right, I only did what I wanted to do, walking along a dry trail. We simply quenched our desires just like your kind always do, yet they feared us to an unreasonable degree. Blood Fiends, Blood Red Knight, those names plainly show how they perceive us, even though they know that we're fundamentally humans like them. But I suppose there's no use in complaining about it at this point. Then I must wonder how you felt when you craved for human blood, if you still consider yourself one. Feelings? I just kill and be done with it. I've got to do something to slate this searing desire that gradually grows stronger. I guess I wasn't always like this. At first, for myself, I bit into the flesh of other humans and drank their blood for my own sake. The severe thirst was one thing, but there was also something I wanted to know. Have I become a beast that must feed on human blood like the others? Or am I just being a pathetic runaway, escaping from reality? Or am I a mere human who has gone insane from the fiendish circumstances and twisted desires? I would continually ask myself that question as I chewed on their flesh. What could be the reason? Maybe I was desperate to convince myself. I used to be an ordinary human being, living an ordinary life after all. Eventually I found myself looking for a conclusion for a matter that won't have one. I guess I still have a grip on my sanity at that time. Even as I shoved bits of flesh in my mouth from the irresistible thirst, I constantly questioned myself, telling myself that this was wrong. Well, it's all a story of the past. It's funny to look back on those times. Are you amused by the image of your past self seeking an answer for a question that has none? I doubt your kind would have viewed us any differently, even if I had continued to think about it. I don't expect your kind to take a sudden shift and change your views on us or anything. If they want to live their lives as they see fit, then they won't stop me from doing the same. Think about it. We can't roam the street in peace. We're forced to live in darkness. What sins have we committed to deserve this treatment? Why must we suffer to ensure that your kind lives a painless life? We're humans just like you. We just look a bit different. Seeing your kind lavishly pursue your desires while we're left in the dark, it's only natural for me to feel indignant, isn't it? If they won't consider how they see us no matter what we do, we'll gladly stop holding back and live as we like. That is an intriguing tale. Intriguing? Whatever. If that's how you want to take it. What you think or what kind of world you want to make are all irrelevant to me anyway, no? You would be right. Now is the time to fight for where you stand. Be prepared. I just crossed off her text. God damn it, let me do that again. Holding back the pain of this thirst is not a pleasing sight. She's got a color under her control. Doesn't that spell trouble for us? Who's that next to her? That aside, they're our guests, so we should do our best to receive them. A Vermilion cross. That's gotta be him, the giant cross he has. Temper your fear. I would advise you to direct your attention to the present. Right, so, what are you doing? You've got 6 dice at the moment. Interesting. How do I want to go about this? Will of the Prescript is a good start. I feel I need to inflict you with as much fairy as possible. So, that is what I plan to do. The fact you got all 6s is very annoying. Where's that 6 going? It's going on him. You're gonna lose a bunch of classes, more than likely, Zavil. You have no counter dice, but you do. So logically, we want to absolutely obliterate you first. And also, you've got a counter-only dice, which can then be used on her counter-only dice. So I don't have to worry about your counter dice, but your counter dice will still counter that. Haha! Tactics! Alright guys, let's see how this first round goes. Go. Blast. Blast. Nice. Bang. Bang. Take your fairy damage. Nice. Good counters then. Okay. Marvelous. Now you're doing the other thing. If any counter dice that remain on this page after the scene become untargetable. Well, you're the person we're focusing down anyway, so I don't think I have to matter about that. That, however, I do need to worry about. So technically, blue can counter that using this. Divinatory Impact should be a good way for you to deal with that. And just to make sure your Divinatory Impact works properly, let's make sure to give you the bonus strength. Right, as for you, let's have you use Discipline, okay? Right. You can do something else. What should you do? Let's have you unlock. We need to start... I need to get in a better habit of getting the unlocks active. Nice. More fairy. Eat your fairy. Lots and lots of fairy for you. Yeah, Binner can take it. What of it? Ow. Nice. Ow. Bash. 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 Okay. Long arms. Tempting. I kind of want the eternally lit lamp, but I don't know who I want it on. Oh, who am I kidding? Put it on the god. Hello, god. Right. Okay. So, you're now doing that on everyone. Because I don't have a way to goddamn counter it yet. Unless Maxium proves how much of a god he actually is. Yeah, now is probably the time to use a degraded shockwave. So who do you want to use? Which part do you want to use it on? Oh yeah, that's it. Use it on the goddamn counter dice. That's the best way to do it. Alright, guys. Go. Let's see how this ends up working out, shall we? Because there are... Yep, kind of. Yep, okay. Oh, I won one.
Expected. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Nice. Nice. Well, you tried. Man, can I see a number below 20? That seemed a little unfair. Let's get punishment. Oh no, I can't get Exodia now. It's not like Binner's Exodia actually fucking did anything in the first place. Alright, you're doing a mass attack now, are you? Well, the fuck. You know what, Mr. Bamboo Man? You might actually have one of the best chances of succeeding this. Well, Zavil is staggered this turn. Completely. Undoubtedly. Actually... Alright, let's see who gets fucked, shall we? A couple of people. A couple of people did. Blue being one of them. I'm very impressed how Mr. Bamboo Man, out of everything, is one of the people that live. Also, well done, Blue. I forgot you were Maxium. It was just an empty husk. Not a drop of blood remained inside. Well. I don't know how to react to this now. I'm guessing I should just beat her up. You know? If I can. Right. Tilted scale. Yeah, I'll take the tilted scale, thank you. Alright, what do we have here? Enemies are not influenced by power gain or loss for the scene. Alright. If user's HP is at 50% or lower, all dice gain. Oh, okay. Reduce the cost of 2 random pages in hand by 1 until they're used. That seems like the best one. Because they're not above, but I am below 50% health for the most part. You know what, I'll take the beak. Or the apocalypse even. All you can do now, really, is... I just need to break through her counter dice. If anything. That is the problem. That is the threat. The counter dice. Alright, go! Ferried, get ferried, that's what we like to see. Ow. Ow. Blocked, excellent. Unfortunate, unfortunate, unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Okay. We just need to wear her down. Because the moment she gets staggered, she is screwed. I wonder if I should apocalypse her mass attack and see if that works for, you know, beating her mass attack. I'm also gonna have you yield your flesh against the mass attack and see if that's good enough for you to beat her. You know? Alright guys, go. Get locked. Get locked. Eat the fairy and take all the damage. Are we understood? You may hit me, but I am certainly hitting you back, Eleanor. God damn it, no, none of the big thing. Okay. Justica. 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 That's all we need, Justica. I love how I can get you to Justica, so we can see what a do you have a melee animation then, Binner? Is that what we're about to see? You know, having someone based entirely around the, you know, the non-power gimmick on Binner's form, while in concept is a fun idea, is an extremely impractical idea. Haha, you are falling for my plan. Use all your counter dice against me. Take all the fairy damage. Eleanor, see how it works out for you. And then take a Justica, which might actually just kill you. No, but that does. The thirst has no what? No chance of winning? No, it doesn't. Are you facing me? Well, that was a short fight. Wow. I am shocked that was so easy. Honestly. I really am. Well, everyone, it looks like I'm all out of time for today's episode, so what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today. I have been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time, which might be the final episode, depending on how much of a fight Pluto puts up, as well as the blue prick. So until then, it's time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.